A boy takes pictures during Mount Agung's eruptions seen from Kubu subdistrict in Karangasem Regency on Indonesia's resort island of Bali on November 26, 2017. Mount Agung belched smoke as high as 1,500 meters above its summit, sparking an exodus from settlements near the mountain. AFPGetty Images Team 6 days Sunday, November 26, 2017. A volcano on the Indonesian island of Bali has erupted a huge plume of volcanic ash 4,000 meters into the sky, dusting nearby resorts and villages and forcing the closure of the small international airport on neighboring Lombok Island. Most scheduled domestic and international flights were continuing Sunday at Bali's busy airport after a rush of cancellations on Saturday evening, but the Lombok airport is expected to be closed until Monday morning according to officials. Several thousand people were affected by Saturday's flight cancellations. Mount Agung's eruption is seen next to a Balinese temple at Kubu subdistrict in Karangasem Regency on Indonesia's resort island of Bali on November 26, 2017. AFPGetty Images disaster officials said ash up to half a centimeter thick settled on villages around the volcano and soldiers and police had distributed masks to residents. Authorities warned anyone still in the 4.5-mile exclusion zone around the volcano to leave the area immediately. Residents of the island were forced to stay the night at an evacuation center after warnings from the island's authorities. Balinese stay the night at an evacuation center after Mount Agung volcano erupted for a second time within a week. AFPGetty Images Bali is Indonesia's top tourist destination, with its gentle Hindu culture, surf beaches and lush green interior attracting about 5 million visitors a year. Nearby Lombok is relatively undeveloped as a tourist destination, receiving fewer than 100,000 international visitors a year. Balinese people look at Mount Agung during an eruption seen from Kubu subdistrict in Karangasem Regency on Indonesia's resort island of Bali. AFPGetty Images Australian airline Jetstar, which cancelled 9 flights to and from Bali on Saturday evening, said most of its flights would operate normally Sunday after its senior pilots assessed it was safe to fly according to the Associated Press. However, it warned that the movement of ash cloud is highly unpredictable and that flights could still be cancelled at short notice. Virgin, KLM and AirAsia Malaysia also cancelled several flights on Saturday and AirAsia cancelled more than 30 flights on Sunday. Balinese people look at Mount Agung. AFPGetty Images Agung also had a minor eruption on Tuesday, but authorities have not raised its alert status from the second highest level, which would widen the exclusion area and prompt a large evacuation of people. About 25,000 people have been unable to return to their homes since September, when Agung showed signs of activity for the first time in more than half a century. Balinese people look at Mount Agung during an eruption seen from Kubu subdistrict in Karangasem Regency on Indonesia's resort island of Bali. AFPGetty Images The volcano's last major eruption, in 1963, killed about 1,100 people. Indonesia sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire and has more than 120 active volcanoes. Additional reporting by Associated Press and News http://cnews.co.uk